Hello everyone, my name is Fletcher from PSX Cloud, and today I am bringing you my review on Mad Streets. The game has launched today on PC and Google Stadia, and is also available on Xbox consoles. So without further ado, let's get into this. So what is Mad Streets? Well, it is a wacky physics-based brawler brought to us by the developers over at Craftshop. The game is first and foremost a multiplayer game, but has the addition of a single player experience for all players. You will be fist fighting in a comical way throughout a multitude of modes across local and online play. The wild physics in this title are a mashup between human fall flat and gang beasts, but with more of an emphasis on big, massive brawls. Right, to start off with, in terms of a story mode, you can play solo or local with friends in these sort of mini scenarios that involve different gangs. Each story takes you through various levels with mini games entwined whilst you're having these brawls. Unfortunately, there's not much in the way of a story here, which, to be honest, from a primarily multiplayer focused game, I didn't expect much when dropping in. The story side is relatively short, but does give some entertainment, especially with levels that require you to find logs to keep a fire burning, or beat up as many enemies as possible before the timer runs out. I do wish there was more to this mode and gave us more of a background towards the characters, as I still learn little about them. In single player, you will also have access to single player fights as to be expected, alongside a horde mode which pits you against multiple enemies at one time. This can become very intense and chaotic, but is incredibly fun and exciting. One negative I did come across frequently was how bad the AI in this game is, especially in the story mode. Your AI teammates are just useless and often get in the way and become irritating or simply die so quickly they might as well not be there. This goes for the enemy AI as well, as they are very lackluster and most can't even swing a punch properly. I'm hoping they add a difficulty update to the game in the future, as currently the story mode is incredibly easy to beat. Now, the multiplayer is where the game shines, and you will have massive amounts of fun with friends and family when you go into these modes. The game includes full crossplay support between PC and Stadia, and the developers have stated that content and updates will arrive weekly across all platforms, which is great to hear. First of all, upon booting up multiplayer, you will be able to choose the region that you want to join, and it is imperative that you choose the correct one. I found that when I played on the North American servers, as someone who lives in Europe, the experience was dreadful and the lag was massive. Do make sure you pick the right region, but then again, if you have friends in different regions, this will become an issue, as someone will have to compromise with poor input lag. Once in the multiplayer, you can jump straight away into quick play, which will either generate a room or put you in one with other players. You can always see how many people are online within the specific regions down below, which is great to see before you're queuing up. The game modes you can play are rounds, which is best of 3, last man standing, or most KOs. These are pretty self-explanatory and are all equally as fun and challenging. Alongside this, the host can also pick from a multitude of different maps, 24 in total, alongside making the lobby public or private. Before the game starts, you can choose between 19 different characters, which all have their unique styles of fighting and build qualities. They also have their own unique power-ups, which are a great addition and give a great variety to the different fighting you will come across. The map design in this game is great, and each have their own unique elements that make fighting even more chaotic. For example, the gym has a lot of exercise balls which you can throw and cause mayhem, and another is King of the Hill, where players have to watch out for the edges and not fall to their death. You can see a lot of love has been put into each level, and they create for some amazing experiences. The best thing overall is that any object in the game can be picked up and used as a weapon, if that's in hand or thrown. This causes immense thrills and laugh-intensive experiences. I played a lot of multiplayer with my friends, and it is clear to see why this is the best mode in the game. I had so many laughs playing this with my friends, as we all did crazy moves and had some stupid deaths. This is an amazing party game throughout, especially for some quick, stupid fun. In terms of performance, the game has a quality and high frame rate mode. The quality mode runs at a higher resolution and graphic detail, but subsequently runs at 30 FPS. Then the high frame rate mode drops the resolution and graphic detail slightly, but runs at a fluid 60 FPS. Personally, I preferred the high frame rate mode, especially in a battle brawler that requires it. I did also come across a couple of issues on the multiplayer side, and these seem to occur frequently enough that it did become a bit frustrating. As mentioned, if you have friends in different regions, then you will have to choose one specific region to join each other. This does become a pain, as when I wasn't the host, I had to go onto an American server, and the lag was so bad it almost became unplayable for me. I hope this does get rectified in the future updates and they improve the server situation. Alongside this, in games when switching rounds, me and my friends came across a sudden crash of the game. This was essentially showing a character on screen still moving, and we couldn't even quit the game from the in-game menu. The only way to fully close the game was to boot it up again, which became very irritating. So what do I think of Mad Streets overall? Well, I rate games on a stream, sale and save basis, and to me there is two situations for this game. Personally, if you are looking for a party game to play with friends and all play within the same region, then I would certainly stream it right now, especially for that asking price. You will have lots of fun and get hours of enjoyment out of it, and with the developers promising future updates, you know a lot of content is on the way. However, if you're looking to play alone or with friends in different regions, then I would certainly hold out for the update before purchasing. The game is great fun and gives you a lot of laughs. However, the performance issues with multiplayer and lackluster story mode doesn't make it a great overall experience. So that wraps up my review of Mad Streets. All gameplay today was shown on Google Stadia via the Chromecast Ultra. If you want to see more reviews, consider subscribing down below and give it a thumbs up. My name is Fletcher from PSX Cloud, and I will see you guys in the next video.